It's The Local Show on News Radio 570 WSYR, a service of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome back.
Well, hello, Steve. It's good to be back, isn't it?
To The Local Show. That's what Tom would always say. Welcome back. The last bastion of those things he always says. But you're stuck with George Powers and Steve Roberts here on The Local Show. Second hour. We've got some exciting guests. We've got Anthony Ciappa, probably said that wrong every time, the owner of Gen X Storage, and then Ruth Ann Raposa from Elmcrest Children's Center, and Matt Mallory, owner of PS&Ed Mallory Unlimited, here on the second hour, brought to you by Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. Ooh. And here we are. So how you doing, George?
I'm doing super great and getting better. How about yourself?
Are you getting better?
All the time.
So is it true that, people that know George Powers Accounting, that's where you got the name from.
I used to be George Smith.
They're not very creative people, let's be honest, those accountants. So this time of year, are you like getting excited because you're going to make a ton of money on everybody paying taxes and make people miserable?
We don't make people miserable. Hopefully they owe lots of taxes because it means they made lots and lots of money.
There you go.
We are doing tax planning to reduce the burden, yes.
All right. Okay. Well,
it's a busy time.
Let's welcome Anthony from the owner of Gen X Storage. Welcome to the show.
Hey,
welcome, Anthony.
Guys.
Yeah, we're glad you can get a little closer to the mic. Sure. There we go. That'll help a bunch. We'll be able to hear you. So, tell us about where'd you come from?
Well, I grew up in Oswego. Started the business in Oswego with a facility up there. We had Verizon trucks were renting our building. We had a big warehouse. They were honorable enough that they wanted out of a lease. They paid us out, and we were stuck basically with a warehouse and what to do with it. So at that point, we built out some interior units, and that's how we started with indoor storage in our building up there.
So right in Oswego?
In Oswego,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We then expanded to, that was 2014, we expanded out to Fulton. Added probably another 100 units or so, and then Central Square was our last one, just a small facility, which I'm glad to have with everything happening over that way. And with that one being said, we've really moved into the portable container space.
Okay.
So now we're up to 50 portable containers that we can drop anywhere. And that's really what we're...
So when you were a kid, did you dream, I'm going to have a storage business someday, Mom?
Not really a dream of mine.
So how did that... So the building, the space was yours. So were you in other businesses that are you in the real estate business, or how did that happen?
Really had to figure out an issue was what we had to do because we had the warehouse.
You had a problem you had to solve.
Yeah. Growing up in Oswego, pretty entrepreneurial town. My father had always owned businesses up there. With the college there, I was already into some real estate, some rental property. So, it looked like a good avenue at the time. That was 2014. Luckily I did pick a good business for the time. Yeah. And it really worked with our space.
It's a great business to me. Now, every time I think of the storage units, I think of George Carlin's thing on stuff. Everybody's stuff.
He's not old enough. Somewhere. I remember.
Oh, okay. You may not have to look that up sometime, yeah. Anthony. Stuff.
Everybody's all worried about their stuff.
Everybody's got their stuff.
It makes sense. And we try to keep it in good hands, know.
So you're I'm sorry, Steve.
No, go ahead.
Your portable units you have, you drop them off at someone's house, they put their stuff in it, and then you pick it up and store it?
Yeah. So we've got a few different options. We roll like that. So either we can have them right on site, and they can use them as what you would call static, so they don't move, and they bring their stuff to us, and then we can move it somewhere else, or we drop off at a house, they load, we pick up, we move to their new location, or we drop off at their house, they load, we bring it back to our location. They can either unload there, or we can move it to their new place.
Is it all residential stuff, or is there commercial elements of these things?
We've done some drop-offs at some commercial stuff, contractors, fire restoration. We've done that. People, setting up construction sites who need the extra space. Our containers are pretty much, because we moved into this space within the last couple of years, everything is really fairly new, really watertight. We've got great handles, and our pricing is better than the national competition. So
now with those portable units, there's a number of people that have lived. I know Steve sold his house and moved out a couple years ago. I've been in my house now closing in on 30 years. Once you're in there a long time, you have a lot of stuff you've accumulated. You want to sell the house, you got to get all that stuff out, but you may not want to dispose of it. Is that something that you could call up the portable unit, put it in there, and you guys haul it off and store it someplace until you get the new house to move the stuff into? Or
so basically you're saying, do we drop off when you're getting ready to move?
Well, it's not the moving. When you want to sell the house. When you try to sell the house and you got too much of your stuff in it, you got to get the stuff out. And so you're not ready. You want to sell it, but you got it out. So
another fantastic option for staging.
Yeah.
If you want to downsize, if you want to put a hardwood floor in, you want, if you need things out of
that's
the way.
a great idea. Yes, hardwood store. Yeah. And you just hold it for a bit, and however long you pay to
hold it right in the driveway. We can hold it at our place.
Right. You move it to your place would be, I would think, the preferred method for people that are trying to sell a house, for example.
Is it, once it gets there, is it heated, unheated?
No, that stays right in the container outside. It's unheated, but they're fantastically built and new, like I said. So they're waterproof, not heated, but
Okay, the facilities themselves, can I just go to one of the facilities?
Sure, yeah. We have indoor storage at all 3 facilities.
Okay.
And then the containers are totally separate.
Do people stick their boats and campers and motorcycles, or is that not a really thing in your space?
I don't have the commercial large space like that. We are all storage units inside buildings. So the other thing that we offer for people is, New York State's got a pretty good lock on being a moving company, and we don't really want to be a moving company. But
it's weird rules with that.
There really are.
You got a license for it. It's just like, really?
Right. The license is hard to get.
Yeah,
but
strange.
They don't want people to move. They want to keep getting taxes from you.
Sure. But, with that said, I do have guys that work for me that if you need to hire labor, we can help you.
Oh,
help move
things out.
George, I hear people that need that all the time. You must
need help moving. Yes, stuff.
They're like, do you know some guys? I don't need to move. I just need some muscle to move some things.
What we are helping hands.
Really,
so we can do helping hands. Again, not a moving company, not going to be liable for that. But we would drop off the container. You would say, hey, I would like a laborer for a day.
A lot of people need that.
Oh, wow. I can see a great service.
Yeah.
I need this stuff moved, but I can't get both sides of it. My wife can't get the other side.
Or don't want to.
Or don't want to.
I was listening to your demographic, and I know it's a little older on a previous show, so this might be something.
No,
we're
real help. Strong in the 50-plus crowd.
Exactly.
And people get to know business and stuff. So briefly, where are the locations? I heard, where is it in Oswego?
So we've got Oswego, Utica Street. We've got one on Walnut Street in Fulton, and then we're on County Route 4 in Central Square between 11 and 4. Our website is genxstorage.com.
There we go.
Probably the best way to reach us is by phone.
What's the best number?
315-706-2523.
Okay, so what I heard you mention earlier is you can save some money. So maybe you don't live in Central Square. Maybe you're down in this part of the county, but it might be worth a 10-minute drive or a 15-minute drive to get that help and to get the help moving things.
And Fulton's not that far. Everybody thinks Fulton is forever ways. No.
And I knew he was from Oswego, the way he said Oswego.
Yeah.
Oswego. He said, I knew he wasn't faking.
There's an I in
There's an I in Oswego
when you're from there.
Anthony, we really appreciate it. GenXStorage.com. Want to have a conversation with Anthony, 706-2523. Gen X storage. So coming up next on the local show, Ruth Ann Raposa, Executive Director over at Elmcrest
I'm
Children's
not going to
Center.
let you pronounce names anymore.
Yes,
Steve.
well, they've never let me, but Tom's not here, so I'm going to destroy every name.
Okay.
Come back
Thanks
soon
for
on the
having
Welcome
me,
Show.
guys.
Thank you very
Thanks for
much.
having me.